recording. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Let's do like this. So yeah. So first, can you introduce yourselves to our audience just from your own words? Oh,
Did
you.
you
Yeah.
freeze?
No.
Oh, oh, okay. Anyways,
Sorry.
Alright. Let's
Like,
restart.
yeah,
okay.
starting and then I was like off.
Yeah. Aristan, you start then. That was let's you start.
All
Aristan.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so all right. So can you please introduce yourselves first? Tell our audience who you are and what you do.
In some words, like short words.
No, just feel
Well,
free.
short or long as you want.
Okay, so I'm Mara and I'm from Spain, from Madrid, and now I'm studying fine arts. I'm at last year, and I don't know how to present myself. I'm not so good at it, and I think like the first thing that comes to my mind when I speak about me that I'm so curious and I like every time to learn new things and to start like new things that I don't know about it. And if I don't know about writing, I like to go to some course about writing. And if I don't know about, I don't know, about painting, I like to start painting to know how to do it. And I love to create new things. I think that I cannot do any other thing. I mean, if I could choose some other thing, I think I cannot choose other thing that it's not creating things like art or making things from zero. I mean, and I don't know. I don't know. I really I don't know how to speak about me.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard question to be honest.
Yeah.
Like talking about yourself
Hmm.
and everything, but I think that was a pretty good introduction at least. And
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, so as we mentioned, like not in the recording part, like recorded part, but like we have a format called Conversations with Creatives, and this is kind of like a, a mutated, a transformed version of that series. So in a way, I like to like ask you this, like how do you define creativity? Like what's your perception of creativity?
Mm, I think more or less is to 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 be aware about what is happening around you and to be conscious about what you are thinking, what you are doing, where you are at, and, and knowing how to take it off the place that it's happening and take it to another place. I think the most important thing for me right now is to be aware of what's happening. Only that, and what you're thinking, what's saying your friend that you have next to you, and how you can take it and transform it to a piece of something. And I think that's the thing that I think it's creativity right now. I don't know.
So
How did you spend your time being creative during the quarantine and during the second lockdown in Spain or the first lockdown in Spain?
It was so crazy because it was like from one day to another day we had to be at home, and it was like,
Hmm.
oh my god. And they said it was only going to be 2 weeks, and we were like, okay, 2 weeks, fine. Then 2 weeks, and then say, yeah, another 2 weeks, and then at the end it was 3 months, and we were like, it was so crazy. And for me, I think I was so productive, but I think I was in that way because I had to do so many things for the university, and and it was fine because university like made me make more things. Maybe I think so much about the creativity during quarantine because I didn't feel so fine about publishing all the things that I made, because in social networks I was seeing every time everyone talking about don't do anything, it's time for wait, it's time for relax, it's time for don't do things, for don't do things. And I didn't feel so fine because I think I was like the one that was publishing every time everything, and I was like, oh, painting, yeah, sculpting, yeah, writing, and I didn't feel so fine because everyone was like, no, stop, it's time for stopping. And I didn't stop out, and I think it was fine in a way because I made things that I like so much now, and I think they are like works that are important for my process now. But in other hand, I think it wasn't so fine because maybe I needed also that time for stopping and to do anything. But I don't know, I have like that two visions of it. And I think it wasn't so easy because while I was working in that project, it was so hard because I didn't work it all day. I worked like 1 or 2 hours a day, and I couldn't do more.
Yeah.
At the same time, that 2 hours were like doing non-stop, and then it was like, wow, I'm so exhausted, and I'm so tired now, and I cannot do any other thing. But it was so strange. It was, yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like I'm kind of disagreeing on the motion of like stopping
Mhm.
at quarantine because why? You know,
Yeah.
what's the reason? Because like you're essentially like limited to a certain space,
Hmm.
and like people are relaxed. Maybe some people are relaxed by creating something in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. True. Hmm.
Yeah, like for myself, I was feeling the most creative during the lockdown as well, like with everything. But of course, this is just subjective. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But I also, I'm sorry.
no, no, continue.
I also think that it's true that it was a great moment to create the things that you cannot do it in another moment. And also, I thought so much about what this space, like my home, can give me now that it's not giving me in any other time. I mean, I don't spend that much time at home creating. I don't do it at home. So I think it was also great to see me how me or my friends or people around me that are also creatives, how they were using that space to create things that it's not the space for do it. I
So,
don't.
so what's the like the optimal, the perfect atmosphere for you to be creative then? Like at least before the virus, because we had the now we have only the house basically to be creative, but like in our past lives, basically. I think you okay, you're back.
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're back.
so sorry.
Okay, no, no, it's fine.
Oh yeah. I think for me was the university because in that moment I was like every day going there to work with in the space in the space that you can use it for it, and you have so many space, and you have your friends there. And then at the studio that I have, like it's so easy to go there and work because I have everything there. And then at home I don't have the materials, I don't have the space, I don't have like that space that give me the space, the mind space to make things or to start moving.
Yeah. Do you like with your works? Do you like who or what are your inspirations? Like, or do you like where do you get inspired from? Basically, like what you're doing
Mm,
now or before, like both. Like now
I
again.
think now and before it
Yeah.
was, yeah. And now and before, I get inspired from love
Oh.
every time. And before quarantine it was like so much about my feelings, about um, talking about different kind of relationships, about queer relationships, and it was so focused on that, but now it's more focused about the context and about how is that difficult to get to know someone, or how it's difficult to meet somewhere. Or so before quarantine and before the pandemic world, it was more like feelings.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to speak about how I can speak with my friends that live in another cities, how it changed now, and how I was speaking with them before quarantine and how I'm speaking with them now. How many friends I've lost because of speaking about like messages, or how many friends I have so long from here and we're still speaking about talking to the phone, and how can that be a true relationship. I mean, I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but more or less is that like before so many feelings are so many theoretic things, and now it's like so more in the practice to have a good relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining, I don't know.
No, that was
No, go ahead.
I mean, now I'm working about how can we have that kind of love or any other kind of relationships, but the ones that I've lost, or the ones that are long from here, because of the distance relationships,
oh yeah.
because of the talking to the phone, because of the messages, because of the video calls, because of the Zooms, and that was a thing that came to me while quarantine.
But like distance wise, even though like we're far away, like in
Mhm.
a sense that like people, but I think like this whole pandemic like connected people in a sense as well. I don't know,
Mm.
this kind of cheesy, but like, do you agree, Harris? Like, what do you think about
Uh,
it?
of course, I agree because we started our own initiative in the time in the middle of between quarantines, and we got so much closer to a lot more people in that time than we did in the time in between where we could actually meet people again.
Mhm.
So um, I think uh, you said a lot of good things about like, yeah, you're losing relationships, but also you're making a lot more new ones.
Mhm.
And I think once this is all over, we're gonna all get to enjoy a better type of relationship because we get to do both. We get to enjoy our friends in the distance and also have
Mhm.
friends near us again.
Mhm.
Yeah. So again, like it's obvious that like this pandemic is going to be like the cloud over many conversations for
Mhm.
a really long time. But like I would like to move on to a more like cheerful subject. uh, like because mèrāk, our initiative is about like Mediterranean culture and arts,
Mhm.
and like with this, so like how does like your like you being from a Mediterranean area, like what does Mediterranean mean for you basically? Because we think that this whole sea is actually like a chain that connects like from east to west in a way, like the easternmost point to the westernmost point, and it's one of the most historical areas on the earth. And yeah, it's a it's a great place basically. So like what do you think, like coming from Spain and being from the Mediterranean, like how does it
It,
affect you?
it's a great question, I think. I think like for me, feeling Mediterranean is most about feeling fine when I visit every kind of city around the Mediterranean. I mean, every time that I travel or that I visit some city or some country that it's not mine, I feel fine there. But feeling from Spain, I think it's another thing, because I know every country has like so many different things, even if we are from the Mediterranean. And for me, fleeing from Spain is like something like cozy, like having like a cozy space to get into it. I mean, like you have so many sun, and you have so many, like every people that you finally meet there are so
Yeah, I think we lost
I
you.
should come back probably.
Yeah,
Give
that's
it a
the
second.
that's
That's
the
that's that's the problem of this.
that's the
I think we just hard cut it here and then restart when she comes.
yeah, yeah, I think so as well. All
Mm,
right.
Yeah, better cut it now.
Yeah, we will hard cut it here. No, it's fine. That's
It's
the
fine.
oh.
Yeah, she dropped out
I
of the
see.
conversation. Yeah, so this is the second conversation with Creative recorded um, with some technical difficulties, but they always happen. I think we'll continue with Mara when she comes back, but we'll leave all of this in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, she's here. Yeah, I think that's the charm of it, though. Like, kinda.
I'm sorry.
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
My connection today is not so fine.
we were telling like how this is like normal with those like border like different country like
Oh
calls
yeah.
and interviews. So yeah, that's perfect. Like that's normal. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
So yeah, like Mediterranean. I was gonna say, like when I was in Spain for
Hmm.
a short while, what I noticed was like it's actually pretty similar to where I'm from.
Hmm.
So that's like this like overclouding culture here. It's like fascinating and like for the creatives as well. Um, like I'm what do you think about this basically like this
About what? About the
yeah,
thing.
continue what you're gonna say. I couldn't end the sentence. I was like
No, I was speaking about the thing of the family, that I think everyone have family everywhere around the country, and you don't have your family only at this city. Like you have in Madrid, in Barcelona, in I don't know, in Galicia, in Andalusia, and I think that we are so concerned that we have to be living in another city somewhere in Spain sometime.
yeah,
I think it's like that. Maybe not, but in my like in my circle of friends and of family and that, I think that rule it's going on.
So you mean like people are actually leaving the cities and going to the country?
I mean that we are from one city, and you in some time in your life you are going to live in another city of the country of Spain.
I
I
understand.
mean, everyone is traveling to study, or your family is from
Mhm.
another city that I don't know. Your grandparents are from
Yeah,
a
yeah,
village, and you go to the city for study with your parents. I don't know.
I understand.
Hmm. I
yeah,
don't know if it's like that there. You are so used to go to another cities or to another
Yeah.
countries, or a cities in your country, or to go outside.
And now you actually can't, so it's
yeah,
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah, yeah.
like
I mean,
it's
you, for example, in Turkey, you are so aware to do that. You used to go to another city to study.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And now I was born, like I grew up in this one city, and like studying in another city was a whole new experience for me. But like in a way of bigger scale, like traveling, it's way like kind of harder for countries like Turkey in a sense, and like it like Lebanon, and like, you know, the second, like what, the second world countries in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was lucky enough to see and experience different cultures, not limited to Spain, and like, and that's like that creates a like big perception like on your life and everything. And with this like Zoom conversations and meetings and connecting with like people who are like on the other end of the world, it just like increases this like perception, but also creates a yearning of like actually experiencing that, you know, actually, you know, it would be great to have this chat live, like in person, but
Mm-hmm.
we're still having this. But yeah, this is, I think this is just the silver lining of this pandemic in a
Mm-hmm.
sense,
Yeah,
right?
all the good things that it's giving it to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's discussions about like the idea of being creative, like are you born creative or something like that, or like personally I don't believe that, but how do we like be creative for like according to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm,
how do how do we be creative?
hmm. I don't know. I think like it's important to hmm, to have a sensitive
Oh no, now I'm frozen.
I think it's more to want to use it more in a practical way, maybe. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think also it has so much to do your context, your family, maybe. So every family and every context is different, but each one can also make someone a creative. I don't know. In my way, for example, my mom studied also fine arts, and she was every time like taking me to painting school or taking me to drawing school and things. And I didn't like it so much, but at the end, one day I said like, "Wow, I want to be a painter." I don't know. And then I started fine arts, and now I'm here. So I don't know. I think like everyone has that sensitive part, but you need to want to use it to make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of, or what is your favorite way of expressing this creativity?
Wow, it's a good question because I like anything that is creative.
Yeah, another hard cut here.
Yeah. Also, we should think about wrapping it up.
Yeah, I
Me- es que me dicen que les suele pasar también mucho porque dicen que también les pasa con en plan como oh hey
hey, yeah. You're back. We're back.
yeah. Yeah, I was like no it's not working and I'm with my girlfriend and she was saying like we should go to the other part of the house and I went like no they were telling me that it's fine that it's normal.
Yeah. So, in a way, like as our last question, and like how do people like how can people support you with your arts, like where they can go, like what, like your portfolio, your instant, or do you have like do you sell your arts? We would like to guide our audience to look at your work as well.
Yeah, I have in my Instagram. I usually post everything that I do, and I also post there the things that I send, and I selling. But I also have a website, but it's not so updated. It's not so not so funny. But now, like, I I don't know. I'm not so much into the social network thing. I
Yeah, of
use
course.
I use so much Instagram, but now I also exploring like the body thing about my creative thing. I mean, like, not everything that I'm going to do in a creative way have to to stay in an object on or physically. So I
Yeah.
like now so much like performing things with my
Yeah.
body, going out in class, and instead of doing a physical work like telling and telling a story or something like that. So now I'm so much into that kind of things. I'm not posting them, but I think I will think about make something with that or try to record or something. But yeah, Instagram is the easiest way to see what
Yeah.
things I'm doing.
Like we will, of course, like in the description, we will like link your Instagram so that
Oh,
people can look at your work, like at
yoo-hoo!
least your physical work.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, so basically, thank you so much
Oh,
for
thank you.
oh, and this conversation was really good. We really enjoyed it, and
Oh, me too. Me too. I like it so much. I'm really so much into this keep talking with you. I really like so much what you're thinking about, and I really like to know what you're going to do because I would like to be in.
oh yeah, of
Yes.
course, like, but that's the part that we want to record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like to our audience right now, you can look at Mara's work from the links that we will show. And yeah, thank you. And
Mm.
yeah, and I'm stopping the recording.